Hey, family, I am back. Man, thank you guys so much for your visit. You guys are amazing. It is me, Just Angel, here just sharing some more love and some things that I thought would be so amazing to talk about. And that is the 1/10 ounce gold. Now, family, some of us, and family, please hit that like, smash that notification bell, and subscribe to your sister channel. And get you something to drink, get you some coffee, some juice, some water. We're going to relax for a little while, get comfortable. A lot of us are starting to, a lot of us stack silver. And a lot of us been stacking gold, but some of us are new to stacking gold. And I've noticed a lot of you and myself have been talking about the 1/10 ounce gold. So I was thinking, if I'm going to be stacking some gold, I want to stack the top of the line. So we're going to talk about the top 10 1/10 out gold out there, right? So if you're buying a 1/10 ounce, and you want to know, hey, what is the top 10? That's what we're going to go over right now. Now, these top 10 1/10 ounce gold coins that I'm going to show you are not the ones I'm saying are the top 10. Now, this goes by. Now, the top 10, the most popular and widely respected 1/10 ounce gold coin in 2026 is based on liquidity, global recognition, sale demand, and dealer availability. These are the coins investors and stackers constantly choose because they're easy to buy, easy to sell, and widely trusted across markets. So, if you're going to buy gold or silver, you're going to want something that you want your investment to be popular. That's why when you see these videos and they go and they record calling shops, coin shops, saying how much they can get for their coins, they always talk about a top coin that they have. They'll say, well, I got American Eagle. How much for the American Eagle? Or I got a Panda. How much for that? They won't just go with the generics because they're looking to get, a good amount of money. So they always go for the top coins that they have. So these are the top 10 that I'm going to share with you right now. So let's get started. What is the number one 1/10 ounce of gold coin? Let's check it out. And that is number one is the American Gold Eagle family. Let me blow this up a little bit. Let's look at the detail. Look at that. The Liberty. Beautiful. I love the eagle. I mean, this is the number one it's the American Gold Eagle. And people are saying, why? Why is this number one? I'm going to tell you, family, it is so popular. People love it. They love it no matter where they go. The American Gold Eagle 1/10 ounce gold coin. It's the most liquid fractional gold coin in the United States. It's backed by the US Mint, heavily recognized and extremely easy to resell. Typically, the default choice for beginners and experienced buyers alike because it's well known. It's a coin by the United States backed by the US Mint. So people recognize it. They know that it's a value, right? So that's the number one coin for a 1/10 ounce coin. So that's number one. If you want the number one gold coin, that is it. But what is number two? What is the number two of the 1/10 ounce gold coin? It is Canadian gold maple leaf. I love Canada anyway. Shout out to the Canadians out there, family. I love it. I love it. The Canadian gold maple leaf number two is number two as the most popular gold coin out there is the Canadian gold maple leaf. What a beautiful coin. Look at that. Look at the artwork on that. All right, family. Now, the Canadian gold leaf 1/10 ounce coin, it's 0.9999 pure gold, 24 karat, making it one of the purest sovereign coins in the world. Slightly lower premiums than Eagles and very strong global liquidity. So even see, and I like the Canadian. I love the Canadian gold coin. Now they're saying the premiums are a little bit lower on the Canadian gold maple. Now I wonder in Canada, And family, is there anybody from Canada? In Canada, is it different? Is the premiums higher in Canada than the American Eagle? Please let me know. That'd be interesting to know. Let's see what number 3 is. What is number 3? What's the third most popular 110-ounce coin? Wow. Number 3, it's the British Gold Britannia. Excuse me. The British Gold Britannia. Beautiful coin. Wow. Look at the artwork on this one. I just love it. I love the picture. And I love the queen. Yeah, look at that. I look at her crown. That's just amazing. Number 3 is the British Gold Britannia. How amazing is that? Wow, family. All right, so the British Gold Britannia 110-ounce coin, it's highly secure design features, strong anti-counterfeit tech, and very popular in Europe and globally. Often slightly lower premium than US Eagles. Beautiful. So it's very hard to counterfeit that coin. You see all the artwork on that coin, and you can always go back and check it out. Let's see what number 4 is. All right, look at that. Number 4 is the Austrian Gold Philharmonic. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Now this has some, I want this coin, family. I want this. I was thinking on the 1/10 ounce gold coins, I'm going to start collecting, and I want to collect the top 10. That's going to be a goal for me. And I know a lot of people don't, they think fractional gold, you have to pay higher premiums or what have you. But, while gold is going down, we could take a look and see if we can get some good deals. But look at this, family. We have to admit that the artwork on this is stunning. Wow. That is a beautiful coin. Look at that. Look at that, family. It says the Australian Gold Philharmonic 1/10 ounce coin. It's beautiful musical theme design and one of the most recognizable European bullion coins. Strong demand in Europe and international markets. So there's a big demand for this coin. And I can see why. I want this coin, family. It's just beautiful. This is that coin that you would just look at, right? Well, let's go further, family. Let's see what else we got here. Number 5, the South African Gold Krugerrand. This is a beautiful coin. Look at this. Look at this coin here. This is just beautiful. This is the number 5. Oh my God. And look at the artwork on the man's beard. Look at that beard. Wow. Look at the techniques they used and the work they've done. This is just amazing. What a beautiful coin is that. Please, family, in the comments, let me know if you have any of these coins. Now, South African Gold Krugerrand 1/10 ounce coin, the original modern bullion coin. It's not pure 22K alloy, but extremely liquid worldwide and often one of the lowest premium options. That is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Please let me know if you have any of these coins. I love it. All right. Now we got number 6 is the Australian Gold Kangaroo. Now, family, I got to have this. I love the kangaroo. Look how cute. And I notice Elizabeth, the queen, she has a different crown. Isn't that nice? Wow. It would be so nice to collect each and every one of these. I know it can run pretty expensive, but one coin at a time, right? Stack one 1/10 at a time, family. Look how beautiful that is. All right. Yes, let's take a look at what's going on with the Australian Gold Kangaroo. It says the Australian Gold Kangaroo 1/10 ounce coin. It's known for annually changing designs and strong Perth Mint reputation. It's popular with collectors and stackers. So this coin is also another one that's very popular. And I think it's because of that cute little kangaroo. Oh man, so cute, so cute. All right. We also have at number 7, the Chinese Gold Panda. I got to have the panda. Look at that panda, family. Look at the artwork. Is that beautiful? Do you have this coin? Please let me know in the comments. This is a beautiful coin, the Chinese Gold Panda. Who don't want that? These are the coins that you take out and you look at. I love coins, like you guys know that's been following me. I love coins that have really pretty artwork. I know sometimes the premiums can be a little higher, But when you see these little pandas and the kangaroos and the queen and oh my God, and that harmonic, beautiful. That is detailed work. That took time to do. How beautiful to have just just to have that would be so nice to be part of your stack or your collection. The Chinese gold panda 110-ounce coin is an annual design. It changes, makes it highly collectible. So it also changes. They change, I guess, the design, different times of the year. So it's a strong demand in Asia, though premiums can be higher. And you know what? I don't mind paying a little bit more for that panda or that kangaroo. They are adorable. All right. Who else is on the top 10 list? Let's find out. We are, oh my God, number 8. I want this coin, family, the American Gold Buffalo. Let me tell you something about this coin here. Family, please, 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 please. If you know where I can get a 1/10 ounce, the Buffalo, the 1/10 ounce gold, because it's hard to find it, I would love to have the 1/10 ounce of this particular coin. I don't want it graded. I just want the 1/10 ounce gold American Buffalo. I love this coin, but to find this in fractional gold is very hard. So if you come across it, please put in the comments. The American Gold Buffalo 1/10 ounce coin is pure 24K gold from the U.S. Mint. Fractional buffaloes are limited and often come with higher premiums and numismatic demand. So this, and we all know, I think most stackers have the buffalo. The buffalo is in the list, but that 1/10 ounce gold, family, I got to get that one. Got to get that one. Let's see what we got next. All right, family. We got on the top 10. Woo! British sovereign fractional gold is number 9. British sovereign fractional gold. And it comes in different equivalent varieties. And I'm going to tell you right now why, family, because look at their artwork. They look at that lion. So any of the British sovereign fractional gold is very popular. You want to get your hands on it if you can find it at a good price, something that's affordable for you. These are always going to be highly sought after. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Do you guys have any of these coins of the British sovereign fractional gold? Please put in the comments. Let's talk about it. These are some amazing coins. Let's find out a little bit more about the British sovereign fractional gold. All right. The British sovereign fractional gold is approximately 1/10 ounce equivalent varieties. British sovereign gold coin, it's not exactly 1/10 ounce, but commonly used as fractional gold, extremely trusted and widely traded for over a century. So this is the trading coin. When you pop this out, and you know what, family? I can say, I feel comfortable to say, even though it's not a 1/10 ounce, I bet you can probably still get a little bit more than that from the worth just by the type of coin it is. These aren't the type of coins you're just going to find at anywhere, right? These are beautiful, very well sought off coins. I hope you got some of these coins, but your sister will be getting some of these. All right. What's the number 10? Number 10 is the modern commemorative. The commemorative coins are great coins. That's the number 10. Look at these, come in all different kinds. These are beautiful coins. These are the coins that we see. Sometimes you might see Mickey Mouse. Okay. You might see, spaceships, right? You might see Star Trek. People have these particular coins that they just love and they will collect them. Some people are, doing this for the investment. Some people are collectors. They just collect these kinds. Now, modern commemorative 1/10 ounce coins, various mints. Now, examples include Perth Mint specials, anniversaries issues, and limited sovereign releases. Limited. Perth Mint 1/10 ounce gold commemorative coins. These can carry higher premiums, but sometimes appreciate more due to low mintage and collector demand, right? So when there's something out there that's really popular, it goes fast. It goes fast. And if you can get your hands, like sometimes, somebody might have a coin that I think there's a coin that just came out on Ampex. I forgot what it was called. I think it came out yesterday, and there's only 10,000. Now, somebody might say 10,000 is a lot. It's not. If you look at all the trillions of people, and there's only 10,000, right? And what if it becomes very, very popular? And you got that, right? Some coins may only have 500, right? 1,000. So they become very highly sought after, like that. If y'all see that 1/10 ounce, buffalo, please let your sister know in the comments. I would love to get my hands on that coin. And family, I think it's great when we can see what the top 10 is, because as collectors and as investors and as hobbyists, we want the best, right? Especially if you're buying gold and silver. Why not have the best, the top? Because you never know. Like I told you, when I was at the coin show, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll be going to the next coin show. I'll be letting you know what the prices are going to look like at the end of the month. Because I mean, all the volatility with the silver, gold's gone down. So a lot of us said, hey, maybe I should balance out my stack with some gold. Some of us are still, working. We're not retired yet. So we're thinking, we could hold on to this for another 7 to 10 years. And when we retire, whatever it is, it is. Or if I'm gone before I make retirement, if the Lord, takes me to glory, my family can, they can enjoy it, right? So we want to make sure we have something that's amazing, because when I was at the coin show, there was a gentleman there, and he was, selling his gold. He said, I have taxes. And I'm thinking, how cool is that, right? You have all these coins, you have silver, you have some gold, you may have 1 ounce gold, you may have, a gram, a tenth, you may have a 10 ounce silver bullion, you may have, some American Eagles, right? 1 ounce coins. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, how much is my taxes? Oh man, my taxes are $2,000, $2,000. Everything's, food is high, gas is high, everything's high. And you're like, oh my God, but you love stacking. But you have all these different coins. You can say, well, you know what? How much is gold right now? You look it up. Okay, a gram of gold is about, 180, 160, because they're gonna, put it back a little bit. You're not gonna get exactly what it's worth. So you could take a gram of that. Maybe you might want to take, one of your 10 ounce bullions, and you can take a variety of different things that can add up to what you need to take care of your bill. But you have so many different coins and sizes that you can negotiate, right? You can use it to take care of business, right? You can trade. Sometimes I think about that. I said, man, wouldn't that be kind of cool? Because I need to get some shocks for my Jeep. I have a 2000 Jeep Cherokee, and it drives nice. It's an old Jeep, and I love my Jeep, but it's bouncing around. And somebody said, you need some shocks, Angel. And I said, yeah. So I'm thinking, yeah, I should go get me some shocks and go buy it, and then find somebody to put it in. And I'm thinking, wouldn't that be cool? How much would you charge to put these shocks in the car, in my Jeep? Oh, Angel, I'll charge you $300. And I could say, hey, you want some silver? And they might say, yeah, especially if they're a stacker, I can pay them in silver. Give them about 4 ounces, give them a little tip or whatever, depending on what time. But if you're stacking, you have so much, right? Because I see some of y'all, and y'all be stacked up with all this stuff, and you just taking 3 or 4, right? And it doesn't have to be your best. Silver. Like when people call up and they say, oh yeah, I'm trying to get rid of some American Eagles, I wouldn't even do that. I get rid of my generics. I get rid of something that, I'm not getting rid of my American Eagles or my Buffaloes or, my Canadians. I remember I went to this was like almost a year ago. I had went to this coin store, and I remember the guy said, I don't want anything Canadian. And I was like, wow, he's stupid. Excuse me, I don't mean to say stupid, but I was just like, why you don't? And that's the first thing I wanted was I wanted that maple coin, silver. And now look at how popular maples are, and I got it, a while back. But it's nice when you have the best of the best, and then you have some other generics and some things, right? You picked up along the way. But when you need to, take care of something comes up, and it doesn't take your whole stack. Go don't go to your best. Go you hold on to that, because people will steal. Because you know what? Some people are just going to tell you, oh, you might have, let's say you have a American Eagle, okay? And we know people sell that for more, right? So let's say they say, okay, well, silver's at an 80 an ounce. But we're going to take it back, you know, let's say they take it back $5. They said we'll give you $75 for this, right? But it's an American Eagle. Why wouldn't you just do that with a generic one? Because that American Eagle, a lot of us that are stackers, that are, looking to invest, or you're a hobbyist or a collector, if you know how to purchase at a good price, you should know how to sell at a better price. So there's a lot of places you can go to sell. You get out of your area. Like if I go in my area and they're playing games, and it's not that they're greedy. Sometimes they just don't have it like that. When you go to, like, if you go to San Francisco and you go to those huge stores, they got the big TV with the percentage rate of where the silver and gold's at. They got the big machines, the guns, and put you under the microscope and let's see what it is. They got money. They're going to give you a really good amount for your money. But sometimes, you're in a place where you don't have those opportunities. I get it. But right now, while you're not having to get rid of your stack, is a good time to call around. Like even companies that we purchase from, they also buy back. You can find out what their buybacks are, right? And when you do send in, you can mail them in. Send in the generic. Don't send in your top of the line stuff. You know what I'm saying? Keep your stuff unless it's a, serious emergency, right? Just like when I was at that coin shop. I mean that coin that was I going to say that coin show, the coin show. That gentleman, he was in his 90s. You can see the video. When I was interviewing the gentleman, and he was giving me silver at spot. But he told me he bought it when it was like at $16 an ounce, $16 or $20 an ounce. So he was just, he was enjoying himself. He said, I haven't bought silver in over a year. He was stacked up. Even if you look at all his coins, I didn't even show you everything, but he was stacked up with rows of American Eagles. Anything you wanted that was even old, he had it. Okay. So some of these guys, they've been collecting for a long time, and they'll give you a good deal because they're at that age. My point of telling you this is you might be at that age where, I'm ready to get rid of this stuff. I've been having this. Maybe you outlived your children. Maybe you don't really have any kids, or maybe there's nobody to leave it to. Maybe you love your coin so much and your investment is so serious that you already know the people that are not serious. You leave them something and we see it. How many times do we watch this on TV? People come with good coins. Oh, my grandfather died. I don't know. And I think and I don't like when they say, well, what do you want? No. If you're a professional coin shop, you need to find out and weigh it and be honest. But when they ask you, well, what are you looking for? Then you already know that they're going to try to lowball you, right? Because they want to see what you know, right? I've been at places like that where I know how much something was worth, but I want to kind of see who was the best in my area. So I had drove to one place, and they offered me, I think that particular item was worth about $2,300, maybe 24. The first guy offered me 2,000, and then I drove to another place, and the lady, she didn't weigh it and all that. I already knew what it weighed and everything, but normally they weigh. But sometimes they get almost like desperate. I don't know if they have to pay their rent or if they just think they look at you and they go, oh, she don't know nothing. And she looked at her husband and she was like, I'll give you 1,000. And I looked at her, I said, I wanted to strangle her. No, I'm just kidding. But I said, okay, that's something to think about. I'm very, nice when I go out, but I just like to see what they're doing, because when it comes time to do some serious transactions, I got to know where I'm going to go and where I'm not going to go. That's why it's so good to call people first, because people, you got to remember, we're like me, for instance, right? And some of you, we're pretty fair people. You know what I'm saying? We like to be honest, right? But we have to remember, in the world, not everybody's like us. Some people can do some wicked stuff and they can sleep like a baby. And some of us, we can't do that. It's like, nah, I don't feel right doing that, So we have to remember this, we're in the world of business. Everything is business now. It's not like it used to be. People are breaking rules. People don't follow how things go. Even the kids are different. They have a different type of respect than I did when I was younger. You see some of these kids, they don't value some of the things that we learned at a younger age. But it is what it is. So when we're out here with our coins and our investments and our hobbies and our collectibles, we really have to take this time, the same time it took, because it takes a lot of time to save up to purchase these things, right? So why should we be so quick just to throw it out there? So if you're serious about your investments, it's always good to have an idea of, if something happened tomorrow, who would I send my, if it's going to be through the mail because these people are going to give you the best price, have that information ready. If it's, down the street, maybe you have a really cool person you connected with, great. And if you haven't, get out there and start going to the coin shops. Not even to buy, just to get to know them, who's the owner, get to see what they have, see if they're reasonable, and you can start building relationships, right? So when it's time to cash in or time to take care of an issue and you have to use your coins, your stack, you'll be able to get the best price, right? Because it's very disheartening when you see people, especially people that, maybe their grandparent left it for them, their father, their mother, and there's no instructions. They just go out there and they're getting ripped off. And I know that there's a stacker that done passed away, probably turning in his grave, saying, "What?" So we have to be careful, right, family? But I want to thank you guys for watching. My goal is to collect the top 10 1/10 ounce gold. Let me know if you have all of those. That would be amazing if you already have all of those top 10, right? So let me know what you got. Let me know how things are going for you, family. But make sure on the way out, you hit that like, smash that notification bell. Make sure you hit to get the notifications, because I will be putting up some more videos, especially at the end of the month when I go out to the coin show. It'd be nice to know. Last show was pretty cool. I found that nice man. Maybe he'll be at this show, and I can see if he's still doing spot or is it going to be higher. Where are we going to be at the end of the month? Where do you think we'll be at the end of the month? Please share in the comments, family. But love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. All right, family. All right. Thanks for coming. Whee!